Yeah, it's about that time. You rocking with your boy Damo Unleashed and Sky Black on the Nashville Cavemen podcast. Stay tuned.
Phone on the whip with the crystals on the side. Doors flip up, yeah, we call it suicide. Creeping like a spider every time that I ride. Yeah, I smile at my haters, just a fuck what they find. Cars so dope that the truth tell a lie. $1 million dreams make a broke nigga high. Dudes get mad when they really say hi. The paint so wet that it make a pussy slide. Some rooftop with the wood grain grip. Ain't even raining, but the paint still drip. I'm not even traveling, but baby, I'm a trip. So she riding up the mountainside just to see the tip. Top of the world, that's what they ain't wanna be. Riding in a battle, adding to my legacy. Crystals on the chrome, yeah, the body so G. I'm a stunt so hard, niggas can't stand me.
What is going on, y'all, man? Happy Tuesday, man. Matter of fact, Tuesday after the 4th. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the Nashville Cavemen podcast. I am one half of your host, Damo Unleashed, and I'm going to roll out the red carpet, man, for a good friend of mine that's like a brother, man, so the floor is all yours.
Thank you, Damo. Congratulations for everybody waking up to see today. Another day, another week. This is a day God has made, so we shall rejoice in it, correct? So, most of y'all know that I won't say last Saturday. I forgot what I was going with. But anyway, tonight the Deebling Radio Show will come on. You know, if you are an artist, up-and-coming artist, new artist, local artist, if you need radio play, please let us know. The thing is Off Top Records, offtopradio.com. That is offtopradio.com each and every Tuesday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. and replay from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. And then we stream your music on offtopradio.net, which net just means network. So you can all come together and network or whatever. And then when I'm done, I'm trying to think if I got any wrestling. So not only that, this weekend, Friday, July the 12th, I'll be in Parago, Arkansas for Inhumane Championship Wrestling. I'll be in a gauntlet match, wrestling for the first ever Inhumane Hyamania Championship Cup. And then the next day, Saturday, I'll be back in town for Top Rope Wrestling. So back-to-back wrestling for Sky Black. So Friday, Arkansas, Saturday, Lebanon, Tennessee. But now, back to the music. When I'm done, then we'll pass it over to Mr. Damo, and he'll do the interviews. If you've never seen his interviews, where have you been? He does a great job doing them, and then he will put you in the hat for a female or male artist of the year. And I can't wait till next year when we do the producer of the year.
Yeah, I'm really interested in adding the producers onto this. So like Sky said, man, this is the female trophy. I got the male trophy in the back. It's a microphone trophy. So all you have to do to qualify is do an interview with me. You do an interview with me, we'll go ahead and get you in rotation with Sky and Michael. And so, you know, it's a good package, man, for y'all. Doesn't cost you anything either. So just reach out to me. Let me do an interview with you. And then, man, we'll go ahead and get you on so you can qualify for male or female artist of the year. And, you know, I love music. Sky loves music. That's our thing, man, is music. Mm-hmm. So any way we can get you out there and promote you, you know what I'm saying? And you ain't got to go the Diddy route. You know, you ain't got to worry about going to a Diddy party.
No Diddy.
You know?
Yep. Amen.
We look forward to that. Man, I wanted to ask you, man, how was your past week?
Man, it was okay. You know, the 4th of July, we didn't really have a lot of people popping fireworks. But the city did that night. But as far as like, you know, how the little kids be out here popping fireworks and all that stuff, these people call me at the same time. I'm so sorry, y'all. It's always, what do you call them, spam people. Calling at the same time.
Spam calls too.
So as far as like having the little kids, you know, out popping fireworks and all that stuff, it really wasn't bad at all, man. It really wasn't. My 4th of July, I just sat in the house and I just relaxed. That's it. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to go anywhere. You know, at my age, hell, the 4th of July is another day. I hate to say that. I remember when I was younger and the old folks used to tell me that, like we're gonna go swimming, we're gonna go barbecuing. They're like, it's just another day. Now I'm the one saying, it's just another day. You know what I'm saying?
Man, let me tell you. this 4th of July, it let me know one thing. It let me know just how bad inflation was. Because you know, man, we from the hood, right?
Right.
Sky, stop me when I'm wrong. When black people get fireworks, first of all, it feel like we buy up the whole tent.
Right.
Because we shoot fireworks from the 1st all the way to the 30th. Now stop me when I'm wrong.
That's right.
Inflation's so bad. The 4th came on Thursday. We heard fireworks. We heard a couple pops on Friday. Saturday was dead silent.
Right.
Man, inflation's so bad out here. They got Negroes deciding between one firecracker or one pack of hot dogs. Tell me I'm lying.
Man, you're absolutely correct.
So we would shoot off firecrackers all week long.
Mm-hmm.
When was the last day that you heard a firework? I'm talking about in the hood. This past week. This past week. When did you stop hearing?
Here was probably Friday. It was probably for Thursday or Friday, yeah. Because see, in Wilson County, you can pop from the end of June to like July. What's today? The 9th? So last Friday was the last day. So yeah, they give you like umpteen days up until the 4th and a few days after the 4th, and they really wasn't like that. So I didn't know if the fireworks have went up, because I remember when I was a kid, fireworks were cheap. And you could buy those little 25-cent ones, the 50-cent ones, the dollar ones, and those big, huge cannon ones that some people shooting out in the county. They were like maybe $5, $6, and they ain't no telling how much they want for them. They're 25 cents.
I can tell you, Sky. I can tell you.
You bought some?
Right?
Okay.
On Wednesday. Yes. We got a pack of the ones that light up. I'm talking about they're pretty decent. They don't let out the little nice little fireworks. When we bought them, we bought 20 of them for about $200. That's inflation. Between groceries and fireworks, we probably spent about between $400 to $450 for that day.
And you know, and again, it just didn't interest me anymore. You know, out there popping fireworks or being around kids that might kill you because they don't know what the hell they doing popping fireworks. You know, back in the hood, there's always somebody losing a finger because they would hold it too long and then try to let it go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So man, it was just another day, man. And once because the city started their fireworks at like 9 and it ended at 9:30. Did you go to the Nashville one?
Hell no. Hell no. Let me tell you why I don't go down there. So I took my youngest down there maybe about 3 or 4 years ago, right? Mm-hmm. So we went up to this garage on 2nd and Commerce, and it was a great spot because when the fireworks went off, it felt like they were literally in your face. Mm-hmm. So it was beautiful. But that's the pro. The con is it took us an hour to get out of the garage.
Mm-hmm.
It took us an hour to get out the garage. No, I ain't doing that, man. Hell no.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
An hour and 45 minutes to get home.
No matter what you do downtown when there's an event, it always takes an hour to leave the garage.
I'd rather blow that shit off my own self. Screw that.
That's absolutely correct. Absolutely. But you know, hey, a lot of people didn't make it to live to see this 4th of July 2024, so I won't complain too much. And if I did, nobody would listen. But yeah, man, it was just another day to me, man. It was just, okay, come on. You know, and for those who had to work, hopefully y'all got time and a half, you know, all that good stuff. So,
well, I'm going to tell you, inflation, there is some good to inflation. Because this year I didn't have to worry about somebody 2 o'clock in the morning letting off fireworks while I'm trying to sleep because I got to go to work the next day. Right. So there's a pro to it. I think all of us was happy about that. If you have to work the next day and you got neighbors that disregard your sleep and they just they ain't got no jobs but got like 1 million fireworks and they just shooting them off all night, inflation was good for it. Because you ain't have to worry about that shit this year.
Right.
Matter of fact, I'm going to tell you, I was sitting back thinking, Sky, inflation working for Americans altogether. Because you know where else is helping us at?
What's that?
We losing weight. We losing weight. Man, I was 335 pounds when Trump was in office. Biden got in office, I'm 193. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nobody can afford food now. You hear me? You know how they said America was obese? Shit, get this dude 4 more years and ain't nobody gonna be obese. You hear me? Not gonna be starved out. They gonna be doing commercials for Americans. If you
ain't that the truth? Like Jerry did what it's called Jerry's Kids. Yeah, I got you. And it's crazy because go back to what you were saying about people popping fireworks while you trying to sleep and all that stuff. But I noticed this year it was a hell of a lot more people selling fireworks. Like a few years ago, it would be a tent here, a tent there. Man, it was tents everywhere in Lebanon. Everywhere. I'm like, damn, is everybody trying to sell fireworks? Like, that's crazy. Some of these tents had to lose money. They had to. It was too many of them.
When we went to go buy ours from the tent out in Ashland City, right? There was only us in the tent and the people selling it. Usually you have a couple people in the tents. That was not the case this year.
No.
Hot dogs. Firecracker, hot dog. People was really choosing out here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, yeah. You're absolutely correct. Because that's all they talking about is how high rent is, how high food is, how high gas is, you know.
How high people is.
People is,
technology and stuff. Everybody, everything high. People high. The purchase a new car high. Rent high. Food high. Gas high. Hell, the animals in nature might be high. Hell, boy, we know.
Well, we the only animals on Earth that have to pay for a roof over our head. Every other animal, they just find a cave or somewhere and go to sleep. We the ones got to work for our shelter, right? But I've noticed that, and so at the end of the day, inflation is going to hurt. First of all, it's probably going to hurt Christmas coming up. Then it's going to hurt the grocery stores. Because if people are not buying these products, a lot of this stuff have expiration dates on them. So people are not buying these products. They got to throw away a lot of this stuff, like milk and stuff. They got to let that stuff go. Yeah. Folks are not in there buying.
I'm going to tell y'all what. I'm about to get me a bow and arrow and some traps. And then when them squirrels disappear, mind y'all damn business. You hear me? Y'all don't see a lot of them possums. Y'all ain't running over them. Y'all like, damn, where all the possums go? Mind your business. Them deer, when them deer disappear, mind your damn business. You know what I'm saying? Because all this wildlife over here, beaver, all right, mind your damn business. Don't ask me what's on the grill. Just eat it and enjoy it. Eat it and enjoy it.
Get you a good smoker.
Hell yeah. Man, I seen this video with this dude had this long ass snake on the grill. I don't know if you seen that video. No. But I said, I'm with you, brother, because I'm on my way. I'm on my way. You know what I'm saying? I will find a human on that motherfucker with a Nike shoe sitting at the end of the grill.
Hey, they say human meat is the best meat, huh?
Man, it's getting rough out here. It's rough. It's getting rough.
It is.
Family Dollar out of business. I never thought that I'd see the day where you don't see no more Family Dollars. General Dollar done bought them out. All of them in this area gone.
Gone.
And, man, the Dollar Tree coming up, it'll be gone soon. Watch. Let inflation keep going up. Because it's a Dollar Tree, it's going to be $2. So you can't call it a Dollar Tree and everything costs $2.
That's absolutely correct. But what about the other people that got to go up? Like your barber, beauticians. If the cost of goods go up, cost of supplies, they got to go up too. So now a haircut will be $30.
It's
$50. I used to get my haircut. Huh? No, what happened? A haircut is $50?
Hell yeah. It's a lot of places it's $50. You ain't know that?
Well, you know, Yeah, I ain't done it in a while.
Man,
Wow, get out of here.
dude, people don't, it ain't got bad yet. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. I know our people don't like to talk politics. And secretly, they're letting all these immigrants in. Now, what people don't know is that they, the House of, I think it's the House of Representatives, tried to put in a bill where it will make them illegal to vote, right? Which, remember we asked that question, should they legally be allowed to vote? And I don't agree. If you're not a citizen, you shouldn't be allowed to vote. Right. But they tried to make that law, and Biden vetoed that. So they're trying to make it where illegal citizens can come over here, and they're trying to usher them to hurry up and get, Social Security cards, IDs, to make it legal for them to vote. And you know who they voting for, right? Because if you let me over, that's who I'm gonna vote for you. You let me over, man, and I ain't, illegally, you got my vote. I don't care what the policies are. So, it ain't got bad yet, but stay tuned.
Man, I don't know. When I was growing up in the 80s, man, it was a guy in the hood that would cut my hair for $5. I mean, do the beard and everything, $5. Now you talking about 50? You talking about a 90% increase?
That's crazy.
That is crazy. Jesus. So all these women, what about these women that got 2-3 boys?
They use child support to take care of their heads and their kids. Child support is the new lotto in the government. So when women could go get their hair done for $300. Nah, it's the stupidest thing in the world to me, but because I'm sorry, I put my shit in a ponytail, baby. You gonna have to love me the way I am.
Natural beauty is the best. Natural beauty is the best beauty anyway. I don't know why they spend all this money on makeup and nails and all this other stuff. I have no clue. Just to be seen. Because Cat Williams said it right. It don't matter what you look like. We screwing either way. If you got fingernail or toenail polish, or if your shit don't match. If your bra and panties match, or if they got a hole in it. Long as you fresh, you wash yourself, we don't give a damn. We don't. Y'all do that shit to impress who? Because some of y'all go out and get these lavish hairdos just to be seen. Just to be seen. You could go put that in Bitcoin and the savings IRA. So y'all do that shit for what? Preach.
You know, but you shouldn't, it shouldn't cost, it's nothing wrong with females to make themselves feel good. But it shouldn't cost you $300 to do something.
Right.
If that makes sense. It shouldn't cost you $300 because if it costs you $300 to feel good, then you need to use that money for a therapist. Ladies, that's what I'm saying. That's a self-esteem issue. Because let's say this, I had to learn this as a dude the hard way. I could go out and get the freshest fit possible. But if everybody came and roasted me, do you think I'm going to feel good about that fit? No. So really, it all self-esteem, that's what that self come in. To have esteem, you got to have that yourself. Can't nobody really give that to you. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of people do things to make themselves feel good to other people who don't care about it. Like I've come to the point like this. I'm going to be real with y'all. This ain't real. But I like it. I don't care if anybody else don't like it. I bought it for me. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't spending a whole bunch of money for other people to like it.
Right.
I'm not.
Absolutely.
So,
Go
ahead, Sky. Sorry about that.
No, I'm going to say, I heard a guy say, everybody needs to know 3 generations from now, people will not know who you are. So whoever likes you or don't like you, they will all be dead 3 generations from now. So why are you worried about anything that people say? You know what I'm saying? It's like the more I make, the worse I look. Like I try to go out here looking like a homeless person. I want homeless
Most rich
people to give
people
me
do.
money. You know what I'm
Most
saying?
rich people do, Sky.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with poor people. There's nothing wrong. You want to enjoy the fruit of your labor.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with doing things to make yourself feel good. But when you're overpaying to do it, that's a problem. There are women that spend $500-600 a month on their hair, and their kids don't even have a savings. They don't have a college fund or nothing. So it's priorities. Priorities can't get lost in at the end of the day. Y'all know what I'm saying? And a lot of times they do.
Did you say $500 a month? Let's talk about those people who spend $1,000 to take the picture with Chris Brown. You know how many women are doing that every month? Like he's touring right now. Do you know how many women he see after the show that is giving him $1,000 to take that one picture with him?
I would break up right away. And you know why I would break up with him right away? I would break up with, and I wouldn't even explain myself. I would just be done with it. And you know why? Because if you're going to have a problem with me, take you on a $50 date, and then turn around and pay this man $1,000 to take a picture with him,
right?
It's over. I don't want nothing to do with you. You crying about me taking you to Chuck E. Cheese. If I take you to Chuck E. Cheese, you better be goddamn happy. If you're going to ask me, if you're going to spend $1,000 to take a picture with another man, you better be happy with a Chuck E. Cheese date, or if I take you on the picnic.
I mean, I used to think spending $1,000 in rent was crazy, but $1,000 for a picture, man, that's over. Yeah, you're right about that. That's way too much. That is way too much. But you're right that people don't have no savings. Even if you don't know anything about investing or buying real estate, even if your mind is not about entrepreneurship, even if you're just the average 9-to-5 person, common sense always say save, right? They used to say always, well, back in the day when it was just agriculture, you always save for a rainy day. Even squirrels and all these things, what do? Chipmunks, they save for a rainy day. They put a stash up somewhere, so just in case something happens to where they can't eat that day, they have a stash. That's common sense savings. And they say 80% of Americans don't even have $1,000 in their bank account. I mean, of savings, not for bills. I'm talking about just if you need tires or oil change. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm thinking, well, why not? But are you saying it? Every time they get good money or they get a raise, $500 a month is going to hair, nails, toes, Gucci, Dolce and Gabbana, all this old crap. These people are millionaires. These companies got millions of dollars. I ain't hating on them, but I'm just saying they got millions of dollars, and you just adding on to the pot. I don't get it.
Man, y'all, we got some good topics to talk about today. Oh my God!
Shouts out to Miranda G and shouts out to Faith. Thank y'all for commenting and watching the show.
Appreciate you guys, you ladies being here, man. We love y'all. The show topics today: why you don't sleep with someone on the first night without protection. This is a crazy story. Y'all have to stick around and listen to this. All right. Are you obligated to buy food for your date's children when you're only on a date with them? So that's the second topic we're gonna talk about. A Tampa woman was going around to jewelry stores, stealing jewelry, designer glasses, got caught, went to court. They offered her a plea deal of 3 years. She turned it down, only to be found guilty and be sentenced to 30 years. So we're going to be talking about that. A man's best friend slept with his girlfriend. So for revenge, he turned around and slept with the dude's mom. So we're going to talk about that. And then story time. We got this new thing called story time. I came across this crazy ass story that we're going to talk about. It is fun. And I know me and Sky can talk about this from experience to some capacity. So we're going to talk about that. We got a question of the day, right? We see these protests. Sky, you ever see these protests where people be blocking the highway, protesting whatever? It can be the Palestine-Israel war or what's going on in Iran or whatever.
All right.
And the question is, if somebody run them people over, they're protesting in a highway, blocking it off, and it's not a designated protest area. Somebody come through and run them over. Should they be held legally, guilty of that if they was just to run through the crowd? So that's the question of the day. If you want to answer that or give your answer only to that question, call-in number is 615-645-5169. So make sure the number is at the bottom, actually. I don't even know why I read that off, y'all. The number is at the bottom. So if y'all want to answer that, y'all can call in. Should a person be held guilty if they ran through a crowd of people who protesting on the highway or any other road? They're not supposed to be protesting. And I asked that question for this. This is what I was thinking about, Sky. What if me and you had a child that was in an emergency medical situation, and we was in a rush, and we got stopped by protesters that was just angry about something and blocking our way to the hospital? If we was to run through them people, should we be held criminally liable?
Well, I mean, if you ask my opinion, it's one thing, but by law, you're going to jail.
Yeah, I'm saying, we know what the law is. You're going to jail. Should they change that? Should people be allowed to protest, and then I'm in the medical, and then one of our kids died because we can't get to the hospital on time?
Absolutely, and they would call that an unfortunate circumstance tragedy. Is what they would call it, right? But again, if we and you do it, we're going to jail. Ambulance do it, they good to go, because they tell you if you're in the way of an ambulance and you cause it to not make it to its destination, if somebody dies in the ambulance or in the hospital on their way, you going to jail for murder. Do you see what I'm saying? So, in my opinion, I agree. If you are somewhere you ain't supposed to be and you just standing there blocking traffic, then you get hit, you get hit.
I should be able to be like this on your ass. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Drive back, do one more, and then drive forward and go where I'm going.
Yeah. I mean, it's even with people who just walk out in front of you while you're driving, with the law, because you in the vehicle. So that's why they put you in the wrong. If you driving and somebody just walk out in front of you and you hit them, and they're like, well, hey, what was you doing? Was you texting? Was you drinking? You didn't see them? Like, no, as soon as they just hopped out and I didn't have time to turn or to brake, you better be in trouble. So, yeah, I agree with you on things like that, if you somewhere you don't need to be, if you're a pedestrian and you ain't paying attention, looking both ways before you cross the street, then, we're going to send you to God real quickly. But
I'm talking about the people. No, Sky. I'm talking about the people that just purposely sit in the middle of the road.
I'm talking about them too. But I'm also talking about, because the other day I was driving down the street, and I don't know if this was a homeless person, whoever it was. They saw me coming. I'm doing like 30 miles an hour, and as soon as I come, they decided just to go walk, just walk. Imagine if I was going any faster, I would have hit that person.
Right.
So I would shoot you on that. But I just wanted to add that story in too, to say, hey, you got to be careful of folks, just the average person that's not paying attention. They just walking out in front of the car, and I get charged for hitting this guy, but he just walked out in front of me. So same thing with that, as I agree with you on that. But in the state of Tennessee law, if if they're protesting and they're sitting there and you see them sitting there and you have time to go around, to break, to do something, and you say, fuck it, I'm gonna run their ass over, you're gonna be handcuffed.
Right. So
even if they are the reason why you lost a loved one, then you can countersue them later because you can say, hey, this caused me to lose my wife because they was in the street. You can counter suit, but I'm talking about at the particular time when those policemen show up, you going to jail.
Right. So we want to, that's the question. We want to ask your opinion. Should that be a law or should that be something that's changed? You know what I'm saying? And so that's the question of the day. We're going to get into this first story. Sky, I was like, hell no, dude. When I tell you, let me see if this the one. Hell yeah, this that one.
I'm back, but I saw it here again recently. I was like, wow, that's crazy. So basically, this woman meets a guy on TikTok. Crazy one-night stand stories that'll make you.
All right. So let me go ahead and turn our music off because I want y'all to hear this. This is nuts. Man, I've heard a lot of nutsy things, and we covered a lot of nutsy stories, but nothing like this. So without further ado.
I have a one-night stand with a dude. This is a true story. I read about this a while back, but I saw it here again recently. I was like, wow, that's crazy. So basically, this woman meets a guy on Tinder. She goes on a date with him. Afterwards, she goes back to his place. They have sex. She allows him to ejaculate on her face and chest. After that happens, next day, things cool, but then she notices a rash. She's concerned, so obviously she reaches out to the dude who's the last person she has sex with. Lets him know that she's going to see a doctor. She goes to the doctor. Doctor says you don't have an STD. Sends her to a dermatologist. This is where it gets crazy. Goes to a dermatologist. Dermatologist said there were parasites in the guy's semen who you had sex with. Those parasites can only come from one of two places. Either somebody who has sex with animals or somebody who has sex with corpses. She looks the guy up on Facebook. He works in a morgue.
Now, did y'all catch that?
He had, hold on. Either somebody who has sex with animals, somebody who has sex with who else?
So basically, let me run this story back down. So this woman, she meets this guy on Tinder, right? They connect, have a one-night stand, you know what I'm saying? The next day, man, she notices she has a rash. Well, you know, they had sex. She allowed him to ejaculate on her chest and face, right? So the next day, she noticed she has a rash. She gets in contact with the dude because he was the last one she had sex with, notifies him, right? She goes to her doctor. Her doctor notifies her, let her know it wasn't an STD she had. So she sent her to a dermatologist, right? They said that she had parasites, that whoever ejaculated on her had parasites within their spine. And that them parasites come from somebody who either slept with an animal or had slept with a corpse. She researches him, come to find out he works in the morgue.
Okay, so I'm even before you get to her, first of all, she has to be lucky because that at least that was on you and on your face. What happens if he would ejaculate inside of you? See, okay. Go back to first of all, how do you get parasites in your semen? Because I'm saying, even if he slept with animals or a corpse, right? Let's just say he slept with the corpse. He ejaculates in the corpse. So the parasites is going up in his penis while he's ejaculating in the corpse and going down to his testicles.
Even when he went up in the corpse.
So it went through his skin.
Huh?
So it went through his skin.
Yeah, it's a parasite. You know, a parasite, you know, man, the moment he went inside of it, the parasites probably start attacking. It's just the same if it's some nasty trifling bugs. That's messed up, ain't it?
I don't even know what to say to that one, Damo. I promise you I don't.
Man.
I mean, don't get me wrong, that ain't the first time I've heard it, because I forgot what it's called when you have sex with a corpse. It's called something. So that ain't the first time
I think it's necrophilia or
something like that.
Yeah.
So that's not shocking to me. The shocking part is that he didn't even know he had it.
He probably didn't even care. He probably didn't even care.
Think about. Oh man.
Ain't that
Think
jacked
about
up?
that, man.
I'm scratching already, man.
I ain't even thinking about the girl. I'm thinking about him. Like, okay, and then, because my mind is wondering, how do you have? So
You got me to ask. You made a very. I think this went even over your head. He had his penis in her. So don't she have to have it now? Don't she have to have it inside of her now? From pre-ejaculation?
I'm still thinking about the dead corpse. If the corpse, let's just say it's a female corpse, right? It's dead. So that means there's no blood flowing through that vagina, right? What did you use to penetrate a dead vagina?
He threw some water on it. He threw that hot tour on it. He was like,
I mean, stuff that makes you
hot tour. He hot toured on that thing.
I'm thinking, I don't know if it's enough lube in the world to even. Sorry, my mind is just going crazy. That's just because I never understood how people slept with dead folks. Even if a woman tried to sleep with a dead guy, it ain't going nowhere because he's dead. There's no blood flowing through there. It's gonna be cold and probably a different color because there's no blood flowing through there anymore.
That's like eating raw meat, ain't it?
Yeah,
like sticking your dick on the raw meat. That's messed up, man.
It's gonna be cold.
I mean, sitting in the sun, and you just go take your penis and slap it on the spoiled meat.
So that part. So I'm more concerned about the damn corpse than I am about her. Because me and you, we've talked about this before about women not vetting guys before they sleep with them. So that part is just, I'm still on.
Tell you this, guy.
Where is your mind to want to sleep with? Because most people are scared of morgues. Most people are scared of dead people. How do you get horny? Saying, "Oh, baby, you cold and you going through rigor mortis. I'm turned on. You know, let me embalm you." You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you do that?
Man, you know, I come to one conclusion, Sky. I come to one conclusion. Some of these dudes are used to sleeping with dead women. Let me explain. Some of y'all women, y'all lie. The way y'all lay down in that bed is like y'all dead. Y'all don't move. Y'all don't do anything exciting. So he probably already felt like he was sleeping with dead women anyway. You know what I'm saying? You know, some of y'all lay there, y'all just like, okay, do what you gotta do. Make it quick. So he probably felt like he was sleeping with dead women anyway. That's my only explanation.
Do you think he paid the corpse too when he was done? You think he left $40 on the table?
Man, not the $40. For funeral costs.
My God.
Pay for the funeral cost, them flowers. That may be how they get them flowers on the casket, them $40.
Anybody that's listening to this, if you see the coroner, the funeral director, or whoever deals with the dead body at the funeral, you know why now. Like, ain't that the dude that did the makeup for the body and got the body ready for the casket? Yeah, he there for a whole different reason. He just slept with your grandmama while she was getting put together, and he come to pay his last respects. That's crazy.
You know, the only thing living in that corpse is the sperm. Only thing alive in that corpse is his sperm. Everything else in there cold dead. There's maggots up in there, flies up in there, embalming fluid. You know what I'm saying? The only thing rotted meat and the only thing living is his sperm.
That's crazy.
You bastards are nasty. That's nasty, man.
Man, that is, man. I tell you, sex is a powerful drug, man. To the point where you ain't getting enough or you getting so much that you want to sleep with a dead person. Damn. Mm-hmm.
And this ain't even freshly dead. This is dead like 3 weeks old dead. This is dead like the ice is sunk in dead. You know what I'm saying?
Like this the funeral is tomorrow dead.
Spray painted to make it look alive dead.
Yes. Yes, yes. It's oh my lord. That's well, they're gonna bury you tomorrow, so let me get this one last hump in. Like man, oh my god.
Beyonce, Holly Berry, I'm just gonna let y'all know now, y'all don't stand a chance.
No,
Whatever
y'all don't.
Christian, y'all better let a female. No, you can't even say that no more. Because even these females lick rug, man, y'all don't stand a chance, Beyonce and Holly. Soon as y'all gone, somebody gonna be on top. It's gonna be some old loser on top with a white lab coat on, humping the hell out of y'all. I'm just letting you know.
That's crazy, man. Folks have gone crazy. This is the Walking Dead for real. Folks have gone crazy.
I told you. I said that's gonna be a story, man. That's gonna shock you.
Now to the woman. So what does she do now? What type of not bacteria? What type of what do you call that stuff when you have a bacteria infection? What type of penicillin did they shoot her ass up with for some shit like that?
I would feel so grossed out.
Yeah.
What
type of antibiotics do you get from somebody who's been sleeping with a dead person?
Damn, that's fucked up.
That is. And then not only that, why are you putting that out? How is me and Damo hearing about this? Who put that?
I wouldn't even tell that story. I wouldn't even tell that.
That would happen to me.
Not that powerful. Man.
Yeah, if that would happen to me, there ain't no way in hell nobody would have found that shit out.
Hell no. I'd have took that to my grave.
What you said? Man, that's disgusting.
I would have literally took that to my grave, Scott.
Man, y'all women better start to making these men wrap it up, because now y'all realizing they having sex with animals, they having sex with other men, they having sex with dead people. What's up, Jimmy? They having sex with anything. I was watching a TV show, and there was this guy, he was like, he just likes to ejaculate. Like, he will come 9 times a day and still go have sex with his wife. So if these guys are to the point where they have to ejaculate 9 times a day, they putting their things in the dirt, in trees, in apple pies.
You gotta get therapy, man. 9 times a day and still turn around having sex with his wife. He needs therapy, man.
Man, that's crazy. Do you understand that? So yeah, I'm sorry. I kind of feel bad for her, but again, the way me and you talk, I kind of don't. Because again, you the one, he didn't rape you. You the one that laid there and said, come on, and just like, nobody said anything about a condom or nothing. And even if he used a condom, then you let him ejaculate on the first night?
On your face and neck area?
I thought the kinky stuff happens down the road, but on the first night, like, man, that's crazy.
Well, it get crazier, man. So the question is, should a man or should we be obligated to pay for our dates, food for our dates' children, if they're not even on the date? So it's just, say for example, you and another female on the date, she got kids.
Right.
Right? So you buy food for you and her, y'all eating, y'all finishing up. And she say, hold on, let's make another order. What do you mean another order? Because I'm going to take some home to my kid. Should you be obligated to pay for food for her kid? I want y'all to hear this next story, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to dive into it. You know what I'm saying? So, without further ado, let's listen to this next one.
Go back in the kitchen. Here's some quick tea, guys.
Should he be ordering food for her kids that's at home?
So it's for my kid.
Real kid.
Yeah, you owe me that.
And then with a daddy?
This is so funny.
No, that is.
Oh my God. So that's so go ahead and bring another steak and some potatoes. Okay.
Nah, no, just
sesame seed.
Bring the check. I'm paying for my meal and your meal. I'm not paying for your kids' meal. No.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not paying for their kids' meal. No.
So this video is about to keep getting interesting. But I've been seeing videos float around where like mothers go on dates and they believe that the man should pay for their kids' food too. Is that the thing now, guys? Is it considered rude to not buy their kids a meal?
No.
So you don't think you owe me after having me wait an hour and a half?
I told you I owe you. I owe you when I take you out.
Okay, and so you're gonna pay for my kids.
Damn, you had her wait an hour and a half? I'm looking at, look, this is Seer in the back. We're both like, that still don't make him owe you, though. I don't know what's more shocking, though, him being an hour and a half late or her waiting an hour and a half. I would have been gone after 20 or 30.
And so you're gonna pay for my kids' food.
No, I'm not doing that.
Can you please go ahead and
I'm not doing that.
Okay.
No. Hold up, beautiful. Hold up. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Why you trying to bring two, please?
What's that, Kier?
Two orders.
Why should I do that, Kier?
And you just sitting right here on the day.
I was late to the date.
You bring two orders.
Bro, shit, why would I get her kids food? Why would I get her kids some food?
Because
They was their daddy.
she was right here.
Their daddy should be paying them.
Fudge your old cheesesteak. The son found one sauce.
Fuck out of shit. The same guy eating. Hell no. I'm straight. I'm cool. Don't put that on my bill.
Give him
Don't put that on me.
Make sure you put side A1 sauce as well. He paid for all of this today.
I'm not paying for all that. No, I'm not paying for all that.
Not a side of A1 sauce.
She ain't gonna get
No, I'm about to go back to the kitchen. You got me messed up. I'm about to turn right now. No, for real. I'm turning right now. No, you got me. I'm not paying for that. No, I'm not. I'm not paying for this food. I'm not paying.
So we done heard that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he was an hour and a half late. She crazy for waiting an hour and a half. Because I look, man, you got 15 minutes, 20. I'll give you a call. You don't answer that call, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? So she crazy for even waiting around an hour and a half. But beside the point, do you think you should be obligated to pay for her kids' meal? She said 2 orders. 2 orders.
So let me, because I have some pointers that I want to talk about. Okay. First pointer, number 1, and I need everybody to listen to this. Chivalry is dead. First of all, we not having that argument or conversation, and that's not going out. That's against him. 2, he sound broke any damn way. I hate niggas that mumble and talk too damn fast. That's how he sound. Like when I was coming out of Edge Hill, I was taught that anytime you do something for a girl, she has to do something in return. And that's how he sound. Like, okay, I'm going to treat you, but if I treat your children, you better be ready to do something extra for me later on. And so I had to get out of that mind frame that when I help somebody, I don't need anything in return. So he sound like some hood guy who's just broke and just don't want to do any chivalry thing. 2, ladies, if I take you out, you better eat all your food. We ain't even talking about taking to the children. What pisses me off is when I take a woman out and she don't eat all of it. See, then you can take that home to your children, right? So if we're eating and you don't eat all your food and you get a to-go box, I'm thinking, okay, you're going to take that home to your kids. Or pretend like you're taking it home to your kids. Please don't waste food. I hate that. I was taught you never waste food, right? So if somebody takes me out to eat, I don't order too much or too less. I order enough for me to eat so that way you know I appreciate that you did this for me. And last but not least, Damo, I can't go against any of the shit I just said because I do it all the time. Even back in the 90s, I took a girl out one time, took her and her kids out. I've taken girls out and they be like, well, can you buy my kids something? Yes. I've done it multiple times.
I don't think it's.
I've even been out one time, saw some food, bought the food, drove it over to the girl's house and said, hey, this is for your kids. I didn't know you was doing this. I know. I'm stupid. I'm a simp. Here you go. So, yeah, I have done it many of times, taking the girl out. Well, can I order some over to take home to my kids? Sure, go right ahead. You know, and whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, I've done it.
Right. And me, if I'm, you know, first of all, back then, I didn't. If you had a kid, I just wasn't going to date you. I'm sorry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know some people, man, frown at stuff like that. But when I ain't had kids, I wanted somebody else that ain't have kids. And I think people have a right to you know, go that route.
That's right.
Said, though, if I would have took a female out that had kids, and we had went out all together, of course I would have bought for them also, right? Now, we wouldn't have went to no high-end spot. That wouldn't have happened. But we would have went somewhere that was nice where I could have bought something for all of us, right?
Right.
But if I'm going out with just me and you, and I go out with just me and you, and then you tell me to buy for your kids, I'm gonna look at it like you just use me, and I'm gonna have a problem.
Correct.
Because the date should be about you and I getting to know each other. It shouldn't be about the food.
Right.
If you're asking for additional for anybody that's not there, then I'm feeling like you use it. You should tell me that or ask that beforehand. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't guilt me into that during the date. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, if I got a good heart, you know if you were somebody that's a good-hearted person. And so for you to say, well, man, I'm struggling right now. Man, can you buy something for my kids? Why are you on a date then? You should be at home with your kids trying to figure out how you gonna feed them. Why are you on a date here with me? I feel like you use it. So that's how I would look at it.
Absolutely. So that means after that first time, Damo, then you don't take her out again, right?
Right.
That's how I see it. I don't take you out again. If I felt like I'm being used, I don't take you out again.
Oh yeah, that's all.
But at the end of the day, I'm with you. If you single and you have no kids, then you have all the right in the world to date women with no kids. It's like me. My kids are grown. I have all the right in the world to date women that don't have children. Absolutely. So whose kids are grown? Absolutely, right? But at the end of the day, that's to me.
Because I got a heart for kids too.
Right.
And I don't like kids to be used as pawns.
Right.
For you to get over. I can't stand that.
Women do that all the time. Well, you want to see this child, or this child is going to miss you, blah, blah, blah. All right, come on, stop that. But as far as feeding, I mean, I remember one time I was just driving down the street and the girl called and texted and was like, I don't know what I'm going to feed my children. I said, okay, well, I first stopped, get Little Caesars pizza, because, you can get Little Caesars, not Little Caesars, CC's, but cheap. Bring it over there, drop it off, go on by my business. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
So I get it. It just depends on the person. I'm the type, if I take a girl out and at the end we about to leave, she's like, I hate to tell you this, but I don't know how I'm going to feed my kids. I'm like, well, order them something and let's go. Now, I don't feel like every time that happened to me, I was used. Sometimes I did and I never took the girl back out. But not all the time that I feel like I was being used. You know what I'm saying?
Right, I got you. And there's nothing wrong. If you're straight up and down and you just say that, just say that. I don't have, I would give somebody the shirt off of my back. I am literally like that, right?
Man.
I don't give. I look at the world that there's only two kind of people in the world, givers and takers. Mm-hmm. So either a person is taking a majority of the time or they're giving a majority of the time. Mm-hmm. So being a giver, I have to be cautious of takers because I know how takers can use you. And I know, I had to learn when the difference between, okay, it's okay to go ahead and move, and okay, no, this person is a user.
Right.
Well, you saying your kid's hungry, there's nothing wrong going to go get a large pizza and a drink for them. Right. You ain't going to miss that money. But don't have me take you to an expensive dinner the way that a lot of these females have dudes say, because she's talking about a steak. She won't talk about no pizza. It would have been different if she would have said, thank you for the date and everything. I had a really good time. Hey, on the way, can we stop and get like a $10 pizza? I just want to make sure my kids have something to eat because we don't really have nothing at my home. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't want to feel like I ate well and they didn't. I got things in my home. And that's different. Yeah, I wouldn't mind, of course.
Absolutely. But then it goes back to, that goes on me then, right? I don't just take girls out when I first meet them. This is why you talk to them, get to know them. So you know what they like and what they don't like. So if I know that there's a girl who likes steak and lobster and seafood and all that stuff, then you might not.
Probably ain't taking her out.
But if she's like, I'm just so humble to go to Wendy's, I'm like, hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
So that way if her kids need something, hell yeah, get their kids meal. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? But it just sounded like he was just trying to show out in front of her, and then she's thinking that he got money, and he comes to find out he don't, and that's why he ain't paying for her kids to eat.
He's going out.
Why he just didn't say what was on his mind? He could have just said, "Those ain't my kids. I don't give a damn."
He did.
He did. Oh, okay. I didn't hear that part. That's what I'm saying.
He wasn't requesting for her to do anything in return. What he was telling her basically is, if you want that, why don't you go back to work in the kitchen? He was like, what? He said, why isn't their father feeding? And that's the right question. I agree with that. They got a daddy. Why ain't they daddy buying food for them?
I sometimes don't ask those questions because that turns into a long paragraph.
I agree. I just think that, if she had done that at Wendy's, I don't think it would have been a problem. Right. We out eating steak and lobster. It's already expensive, me paying for myself and you. You want to add 2 more plates to this? And then tell them, put A1 sauce on the side. Man, that's my money. You know what I'm saying? I'm treating you. You eating free. How you just gonna designate my money to your kids? If we was at Wendy's or Pizza Hut or something, that's one thing. We drinking wine, eating lobster and steak. Bitch. You know what I'm saying? I get it,
And I mean, and some of these girls are users too, man. They see you coming a mile away, and she just ran into the wrong one.
She knew she had a good one. You know how I knew she had a good one? Because she waited an hour and a half. What woman gonna wait an hour and a half for a man to show up to a date?
No.
Unless they know he got money.
Or an hour and a half, did he catch an Uber? Like, why did it take him so long to get there?
He drove. So she knew he had money.
I mean, in that situation, I just would have went ahead because I'm just the type where I don't go nowhere where I don't feel like I can get myself out of. So if I'm taking a girl to eat steak and lobster, I'm always going to have extra. She might not know it, but I know it. So that way, if something stupid happens or something goes wrong, I'm good to go. So I would have just said, okay, get your kids and stuff, take you home, and I'll never talk to you again because money comes and goes. Money comes and goes. So she won that night. She won that night. Feed yourself, feed your kids. Y'all have a great steak and lobster night, but I'll never take you out again. Hell, I probably might not even talk to you again.
Right. And we're going to go to this next. Actually, we're going to go to some music, man. We about an hour in this show. This next one, Sky, buckle your seatbelt, man. Buckle your seatbelt, man, because it gets wilder. Y'all, we about to go to a song.
Before we move on, Damon, let me say something. I tell folks 2 things all the time. So everybody that's listening, listen to this. Listen to what I'm about to say. Girlfriends and puppies are cute until you have to feed them and take care of them. Always remember that. Everybody like, I want a puppy. Oh, I want a girlfriend. Yeah, they cute until you got to feed them and take care of them. So we can move on now. I just want to get that.
You ain't lying, y'all. Hey, sit back, man. Me and Sky gonna take a quick break. We're gonna get back into these stories, man. Thank y'all for sitting. Hey, if you get a chance also, if you're watching, please share the live.
Please.
Y'all really can help us out by just hitting the share button. You know what I'm saying? It don't cost you anything. It don't cost us anything.
Yes, if you're on YouTube, hit the like button, please.
Yep, hit the share, man. We'll be right back. Y'all listening and watching the Nashville Cavemen podcast. This is Habit out of Alabama.
Oh, it's out of control. They watching, the people want to show. Am I gonna fumble? Am I gonna fall? I gotta let them know. Can't stop this flow.
You gon' know my hunger, you gon' know my name. Never did I make it, oh boy, I was a lame. I'm telling y'all stories so y'all can know my pain. And I'ma need a straight check, I'm finna go insane. Like every day I stayed up, trying to be the best out. Looking at me downfield, trying to run the best route. But you know these corners, man, had to put a curl in. All I do is fail, and I'm looking for my first win. Always fucking broke, I just wish that I can touch green. Trying to lead the hood, cause you know that I can do without. Gotta put my family on, you know that I can't do
they watching, the people wanna show. Am I gon' fumble? Am I gon' fall? I gotta let them know. Can't stop this flow. Can't stop this glow. I'm about to blow. Can't stop this. Can't stop this. Can't stop this flow. No, 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 no. Can't stop this flow.
Can't stop, won't stop, gotta keep going. These niggas sleeping on me, so let them keep snoring. The best rap alive, and I gotta keep flowing. I'm pulling up like Step, man, I gotta keep scoring. And losing not an option, I learned to be a better me. Best rap alive, and y'all others just a letter B. You trying to ride my wave, and these niggas trying to copy me. Wanted that alive, then you know these rappers dead to me. Second place, nigga, that's the best that they can ever be. Can't stop, won't stop, boy, you know I'm the recipe. Running the game for too long, think that I can give it up. Told y'all what a life I live, you know I had to live it up, yeah.
I'm on a roll, it's out of control. They watching, the people wanna show. Am I gon' fumble? Am I gon' fall? I gotta let them know. Can't stop this flow. Can't stop this glow. I'm about to blow. Can't stop this. Can't stop this. Can't stop this flow. No, 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 no. Can't stop this flow. No, 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 no. Can't stop this flow.
All right, man, we are back. Man, again, if you guys can share the live, it will really help us. The question of the day: should a person be held criminally liable for running over protesters if protesters are illegally protesting in the street, blocking traffic? To call and to answer that, we want to hear your opinion. The number is on the screen, scrolling below. So that's the question of the day. If you want to call and have an input on that right now. So this man's best friend slept with his girlfriend. So what does he do in return for revenge? Well, we about to let y'all hear what this brother turned around and did. What a world. So without further ado.
Okay.
Grew up together, really close, almost like a brother.
Hold on, let me go back. I want this to start from the
For a
beginning.
long time, we grew up. I had a homeboy. I've known him for a long time. We grew up together, really close, almost like a brother to me. We had a little falling out. Nothing I thought that was too big, but long story short, but long, he ended up sleeping with my girlfriend. So what I did was I ended up sleeping with his mother, with my best friend's mother.
With his mama?
With his mama. And so how I found out that they were cheating. Yes.
Okay.
I'm stuttering. That's how fine she is. But how I found out that my girlfriend was cheating with my best friend was, and I saw him cooking in the kitchen with his drawers on. And like I said prior, I don't do confrontation. I'm not fighting. I'm not doing it. I'm gonna get you back in another way. And that's how the whole situation with the mothers I had in my mind. Of course, I let the dust settle. You know what I'm saying? I waited a couple of days, and then I know his mother, of course, and I brought over some liquor, and I started, chopping it up with her, and she didn't really know she didn't know anything about what was going on between us, and we ended up getting drunk, and I ended up liking her, and one thing led to another, and a reaction. Yeah. So my question to you is: was I wrong? Was I even? Was I disrespectful?
All the above. You were violated first, so you kind of muddied up your karma by getting with his mama. You know, and karma never loses an address. I think Confucius said it best: when you go to seek revenge, dig 2 graves, one for yourself and one for the person that you're going after, because you bring on that negativity and that toxicity. However, I would spiritually try to clear my own karma. If the relationships are even worth navigating or still dealing with, I think most people would ask you probably, are you still dating the mother?
I'm not dating the mother, but I know it was one of those type of things where it was like in the moment.
Are you still?
No. You know, she
one of those things in the moment.
Yeah, one of those things in the moment.
Okay, well, okay. All right.
But we all want some type of like, we all want our lick back, basically. You know what I'm saying? So
He literally licked back.
Didn't he?
You want to sleep with his mama again? It wasn't enough the first time.
Oh.
Together, your boy and your girl.
I don't know, because like I told you prior, I have an avoidant attack. I'm not focused on. I'm gonna just do what I gotta do. I'm not worried about them. So. Yeah.
All right, brother. So in the comment section, I'm definitely sure they're going to give you some more advice. But my advice is to focus on you and your spiritual well-being. I think that's the key. Because, you know, we joke about, I was with your mama last night, but you took that to the next level for
Yeah.
All right, so we gonna go ahead and gonna stop that there, man. All right, so
I love it. Karma doesn't lose an address. I be trying to tell folks that all the time. So let me do a segue into that. So you know how sometimes you take 2 steps forward and you still 10 steps back. I tell folks all the time, if every time something good happens to you, 10 things bad happen, it's karma. You done something to somebody out of spite because you could. It could have been yesterday, a year ago, 10 years ago, 50 years ago. You're going to have to go back, because I had to do it. See, I don't like coming on here being a hypocrite. You're going to have to go back, if they're still alive, and apologize. Sincerely apologize to everybody you've done, because we've done people wrong in our 20s. This is how we are. We just selfish in our 20s. Right. Go back and apologize to everybody that you've done wrong and hope that they accept your apology. And I guarantee you, it ain't gonna happen overnight. As you keep breathing, a lot of more things will go your way positive than it has negative. Because whatever you did back in the day, out of spite or because you could or just whatever, you hurt somebody and you never said I'm sorry to them or they never forgave you, that karma will follow you for the rest of your life. I'm so glad that he said that. Karma does not lose an address. Do you hear me? So for everybody who's listening to my voice, listen to me. If every time you turn around, something negative is happening to you. If every time you take 2 steps forward and you still 10 steps back, it's because you done something in your early days or a couple of years ago, a couple of weeks ago to hurt somebody intentionally out of spite, and you never went back and said, you know what, I'm sorry. I had to go back to like 5, 6, 7, 8 people. If some of them were dead, but the ones that were still living say, hey, I am truly sorry for what I did to you or said to you X amount of years ago. Do you forgive me? And as each one of them started to forgive me, my life started to get so much better. You know what I'm saying? So what he's trying to tell you, a tick for tat doesn't always work.
No.
Because God said he will make your enemies your footstool. So the guy that slept with your girlfriend, he has to carry that karma for the rest of his life. It's going to kick him in his ass everywhere he go. But then you turn around, like he said, now you digging 2 graves. Then you turn around and go sleep with his mama out of spite. Now that's you get to dig your own damn grave.
That's deep. So, essentially he said, well, since you're gonna go ahead and dive into some pussy that I was already into, I'm gonna dive into some pussy that you came out of.
Right.
That's deep. You know what I'm saying? To mess with somebody's mama. Because I can't imagine on Mother's Day, I'm going to visit my mama, and all I can think of when I'm giving her gift is your cucumber coming out of her mouth. You know what I'm saying? Because I know she ain't used no protection. That's how she had me. She ain't used no protection. So you went up in my mama raw. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man, that's tough.
But
and ladies, man, how do y'all sleep with your sons' friends?
It happens all the time. It happens all the time. It's just the ones that I know wasn't done out of spite. You know, the mama liked the son's friend, and it happened. He didn't do it out of spite. You know what I'm saying? That's just some shit that just happened. This situation, me and you talking of, is I got to get my lick back, and that's what the guy's saying.
Yeah,
always get your lick back. You know what I'm saying?
But he was looking at that mama anyway, because he said,
so let's just say he didn't sleep with the mama,
fine, and he was like, "Man, the mama's so fine, got me stuck."
Right. So let's just say he didn't
sleep with the mama.
Let's just say he slept with the girlfriend. So the dude slept with my girlfriend, and I didn't sleep with his mama. I slept with his girlfriend, or his sister, or his cousin, or just anybody to hurt him. Do you see what I'm saying? That's the situation I'm saying he's saying. Now, hey, if you got a fine ass mama and she's hollering at me, you know, but I'm just saying, if I do that, it ain't out of spite to you. It's just shit happens, I guess. Is what I'm trying to say.
He found a Miss Parker. He
there you go.
Miss Parker.
You know.
He went and sold his Royal Oaks.
Oh hell!
What?
But here's the thing, Damo. A woman that's, let's say, 35 and up, she 9 times out of 10 she's a mama.
Oh yeah.
So you sleeping with somebody's mama anyway, regardless of the child's age. If your girlfriend is 35 and up, you sleeping with somebody's mama. So you know.
Whoa, that's deep. I can't.
But would I sleep with his mama to get revenge at this age? No, because I know better. But back then in my 20s, I probably would have. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, I probably would have.
You don't want to imagine, especially somebody that's close to you, like a friend, sleeping with your kids, sleeping with your mama or sister, because you know the nasty shit we done in the bedroom. So you imagining that, you already, we know that it already gonna probably be happening to the women in our family. But when it's somebody close to you and you know it's happening because of them, especially somebody that you done wrong, and I can't imagine how he did that boy's mom. I can't imagine.
I bet you the mama can.
Oh yeah. But the mama probably didn't even know about that situation. That's what they were saying.
No, she didn't. She didn't
even know. So he was probably on there like, boy, he was going up in that mama hard, man. And she ain't even know. She ain't even know. He probably hold her face, smacking her face, and she thought he was being naughty, and he was getting revenge back.
Getting revenge. So now the secret is out, right? So now the guy knows that his friend has slept with his mama.
Oh yeah, because it's on video now. I bet he know now. Hell yeah, he know. He like mama, and that's a fucked up way to find out. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like he probably told him. He probably, man, did you see that video of Quan talk about how he was clapping your mama's cheeks? And then, wait, let me see the video. And then, man, he probably found out like we just found out. Man, that messed up. Man.
That is messed up, name. I'm telling you, man.
You gotta go back.
It just goes back to, first of all, what type of friends are you hanging around that you might think would sleep with your woman? Or what type of woman are you dating? I know you can't predict the future. You can't stop people. But what type of woman are you dating that you might even think that might do something like that? Or what type of friends you hang around that might be like it? Because if I'm around them type of friends, I'm like you, Damo. My girl doesn't come around. She doesn't come around at all. You don't even see what she looks like, nothing. Because I know y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's like in this wrestling business of, no, I ain't bringing no woman around because I know these wrestlers. You know what I'm saying? So no.
We know men. Like all men, when they see a big ass and some tick old bitties, they gonna lose their mind. You know what I'm saying? Now some men got more discipline than others.
Absolutely.
Right? But
Right.
men looking, they looking to see if she got a fat ass or not. You know what I'm saying? That's men's nature. Unless they that way. Unless they fruity Fruit Loops. You know what I'm saying? Unless they Fruit Loops, that's one thing. But if they like masculine, a man's man, they gonna look.
They gonna look.
You know what I'm saying? And then your girl got them yams. They already made it. So, if you bringing your girl around them dudes, of course it's their job to test. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't right. But they gonna test to see what kind of woman you got. If you got that woman that's gonna be like, no, I think you disrespecting my man, they're gonna check you. Or if you got that friendly, the neighborhood Spider-Man woman. You know what I'm saying? Friendly to every dude. They test them. And the woman she may just be naturally a nice woman, a sweet woman. But, you know what I'm saying? Men, it's your job to explain to them that the way that you say things can be giving off energy that you open in the door, even if you ain't. So you always got to be, to some degree, you know what I'm saying, firm and no.
Correct.
Or just let them know, no, you disrespecting my dude.
Correct.
But man, to sleep with his mama, you can't, man, brother. Ooh. You get revenge on me any kind of way. Don't sleep with my mama or my daughter.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. That's the
I
world
know
we
some of
started
y'all
living.
don't wash them balls. You know what I'm saying? I know some of y'all don't wash that meat between y'all booty hair, y'all booty hole and balls. You just going and with my woman and mama and daughters and shit nasty bastards. Shit. I'm just telling y'all the truth. I know y'all don't wash. You know what I'm saying? That's just disrespect. Even if you did, that's disrespectful anyway. But jeez. All right. We get on to this other story, man. And this chick is crazy. She better than me. Because this ain't some shit I would have did. So let me go ahead. I want y'all to hear this good. This woman was stealing, she stole like $20,000 worth of designer sunglasses, right? And she was caught, went to court. Prosecutors offer her a 3-year plea deal. This fool turned it down. And this is how the story ended. Hold on, this is going on. I came across this, found it on YouTube. Hold on, y'all. This awkward silence, it ain't my fault. I did do that, but it ain't my fault.
She rejected.
Hold on, I'm trying to get this on the way.
Has been in and out of prison for a string of theft convictions, but as a repeat offender, she is now facing stiffer penalties and decades in prison. Prosecutors offered her a 3-year deal. She rejected it. Instead, a jury convicted her, and she was sentenced to 30 years in prison.
That's because the state of Florida has taken a very tough stance on retail theft.
But before she was sent away, she had 2 more theft cases to settle, including this one.
The defendant entered the sales at the Brandon Town Center Mall, tried on a ring that it had a value of $8,749.99, placed the ring on her left finger and proceeded towards the exit.
And while they tacked on more years behind bars, Atmore couldn't resist smiling for the camera. Her next stop, prison. She won't be free again until she's 60 years old. Has been in and out of
Ain't that
prison for a
crazy?
string of theft convictions.
Ain't no way. I'd have took that plea deal. You talk about 3 years, 30 years. And you ain't take that plea deal? And you gon', man. So what is that jewelry all worth or not? You locked up for the next 30 years. What value has that jewelry and them designer glasses now?
I don't even know why she did it. Ain't nothing in this world worth stealing. I used to work at Amazon, and I used to tell folks, ain't shit in here worth my freedom. Not a damn thing. Right. Nothing. Right. No broom. No. We had a woman who would steal toilet paper. You know how the toilet paper gets so low, we supposed to throw it away? Well, instead of her throwing it away, she would put it in her coat or in her purse and take it home. She figured, hell, if Amazon ain't gonna use it, she would use it, right? So, yeah, ain't nothing in here. Pencil, stapler, nothing is worth my freedom. So this woman is crazy. There's no way I'm gonna go into anybody and try to steal anything. Because again, 3 years is too long. Like, you gonna give up 3 years of your life?
A year is too long for me.
Me too.
A year laying in prison with some hard legs. Take me out the first week, I'm ready to tie up some sheets. You hear me?
Yeah.
The first week, I'm in there with some hard legs, ain't nothing but men. I'm tying up sheets the first week. You hear me? 1 week. And I'm ready to end it all. Because I ain't doing it, man. Y'all can be tough with other men all y'all want. I ain't tough like that. To be laying in bunk beds. I ain't laying in no bunk beds for about 30 years. I ain't going to jail to lay in those damn bunk beds with no grown-ass men. Metal ones at that.
Back hurt, neck hurt. All types of
that
stuff.
Dude, they in the room with me. Another grown-ass man in the room said with me while I'm taking a shit. Ain't no way.
What about all the grown men looking at you while you're taking a shower?
Give me them sheets, man. I'm sorry. I'm
sorry. I don't feel bad for it.
Let me sign my will and testament, because I'm tying up sheets. I ain't doing it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. That's crazy, man. I know life is hard, but if I gotta be homeless under the bridge first, that's what I gotta do. At least I'm free. Yeah. I'm free. You know, you don't want me.
Let me tell you, Sky.
What is it?
They got me and bend over and cough. Give me them sheets. I'm ready to go right now. Because I ain't bending over and coughing and spreading no cheeks for no grown ass man. Give me them sheets.
Oh yeah. That's crazy, man. If I'm for go to prison, man, I'm for steal about $30-40 million and bury it.
Hell yeah.
When I get out, it's worth what I had to go through. Yeah. Not no damn jury, man. Because what you gonna do with the ring? It's valued at $8,000. Ain't nobody gonna give you $8,000 for it. That's just what the value was. So you gonna go out on the street and sell it for what, $2,000-3,000 and go to jail for $2,000-3,000? You can do it dash and make $2,000-3,000. Like, that's crazy.
Man, these fools is crazy.
Yeah, they are.
I'm telling y'all think I'm joking. They got me and bend over, spread your cheeks and cough. I'm tying up sheets. Y'all already know. Give me them sheets. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
We're the nearest window on 7 stories. Because I can't do it. I ain't going to do it.
The nearest window.
You hear me? Because at the thought of it, I keep saying that in my mind. Before we even get to the jail. Open your mouth. Get butt naked. Bend over. Spread your cheeks. And cough. Man, no. That's too much. Ain't that's gangster to y'all? That ain't gangster to me.
You can have that. You can have that for real. You can have that shit. So no, I don't feel bad for her. She'll do her 30. God bless her. I'm sorry. Whether she took the plea deal or not, whether it was 30 or 3, I have goodbye. I'm sorry.
Hey, yeah. If it's 1 week, matter of fact, 3 days, I'm ready. You hear me? Give it to me free. I'm like that man on Amistad, because I can't do it. The thought of just going in there. I don't care about the fingerprint, the photo, but I'm telling you, the whole idea of a grown-ass man telling me to bend over, spread my cheeks, and cough. I'm ready to go.
Absolutely.
Jesus, it's time for me to turn it over to. They asked too much of me down here. Way too much, Jesus. They said it'd be good going with you. I'm going with you, the Lord. Because I ain't bending over for nobody. I'm sorry.
Right.
Ain't happening. Man, we about to get into the story time, right? Because I thought this the last thing. We're gonna talk about this. This shit is funny as hell. Scott, we gonna chime in on this, Scott. I said Scott probably get a kick out of this shit. This is wild. So without further ado,
I'm like, bro, what's good? I had to get in good with her. I couldn't just go and hit her. I had to play my role first and then see if she was still that type of female. And so I'm just telling her shit, what's up? They in there let's go back inside. And she was like, oh, some of her people finna come through, which they really ended up coming through literally 2 minutes after she said that. And my cousin, he was in the girl room, they had their own room. He was dubbed off. This bitch didn't have no room. She was basically visiting over their house and shit. So it was basically I wasn't gonna be able to do shit with her inside the house. And the type of nigga I am, I don't give a fuck. I'll fuck a bitch on the beach in front of everybody. I don't give a fuck. That's the type of nigga I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit, we can do it out here. Let's go somewhere. We can do it in a car. Shit, we ain't had no car, but I'm like, bro, we can do it outside. It don't matter. You feel me? Bro, we ended up coming with an agreement. We went behind the garage. Now listen, this is where everything changed. This is where my life changed, bro. Around this time, my 10th grade year, I'm not going to say I was getting a lot of pussy, but I was getting enough pussy for a 10th grader. Out of all the experiences that I had, it was never like this one. And bro, basically it was after we got done playing basketball and shit, bro, I'm guessing she was sweaty or something. I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt or something. But basically, bro, I took her behind a garage and it was I had a condom and everything. I'm like, shit, I'm trying to fucking go crazy and shit. And she had asked, do you do that? And I'm like, nah, I never done that shit before. I don't plan on doing it and shit. And she hit me with we can do each other. Because at the same time, she was telling me, she don't want to give me no top if I'm not going to do her. And like I told y'all, even since 10th grade, you have to I want that, bro. You got to get me to my full abilities. You know what I'm saying? My stamina is going low. I need the top before I do anything. She was able to talk me into going down, bro. And when I went down, I didn't know what I was doing. But the smell, bro, her pussy stinks. It stunk so. That was my first time witnessing a very, very bad pussy smell. Make jokes, oh, a girl pussy stank, this and that, this. Bro, her pussy stank so bad, but it was I couldn't stop myself. And I still ended up licking it a few times. And to this day, bro, I still smell this shit on the top of my lip. It was a smell that I couldn't get off my face for a very long time. And I knew her, and she knew that her pussy had the stank for the simple fact she didn't even want to kiss. And like I said, it had to probably been because we was playing basketball or something. Why did her pussy stink that bad? And
it's traumatizing and haunting me to this day. It's taking a toll on my relationships with females. Like, a female want me to eat her pussy, and I can't do that shit because I don't know what I'm risking. But I'm gonna tell y'all, bro. So when I went down on her, I instantly got this smell of dead pussy. And it stank so bad to the point I almost vomited. I almost threw up in her pussy. Now, I didn't even know how to eat pussy, bro. I didn't know about the clitoris thing and shit like that. I'm not even about to sit up here and explain to y'all what I was doing to a bitch with stinking pussy. But to make a long story short, I thought at the time that's just how pussy smelled. But like, I'm like, this must be how it is. I didn't know. But I did that shit for a good 45 seconds, bro. Like, a good 45 seconds, I was sitting up there doing that shit, and I didn't know what I was doing. And it stank so bad. I had like this sour ass, nasty onion type taste in my mouth. After we got done, I still ended up fucking her too. Fuck the bitch who her pussy was stinking. I regret that shit to this day. I want to cry right now because it's like moment right now.
That nigga sniffing. He's sniffling.
So bad.
Man. Let me tell you.
If it was dead pussy, then it goes back to the beginning conversation with the dead women in the morgue, huh? Shit.
When he was telling the story, you know what I was imagining?
What was that?
I was imagining a yeast infection. And when he said sour cream and onion, I was like, it probably had the look of sour cream on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the worst part is, as bad as he said it smelled, what did he say he did anyway?
For 45 seconds.
Not only did he lick it, but he hit it anyway.
Well, he probably put the condom on, so he wasn't worried about that part.
That,
he had no condom for his tongue.
Dudes do not care. Dudes will screw anything.
Hey, he didn't have a condom for his tongue, though. That's crazy.
That's crazy. Because I know what? I know somebody that said a female's, he smelled the female. He was about to get busy with a female, and it smelled so bad that it stunk through her pants, and it made him go limp.
Made him go blind.
He said he was rock hard, and it made him go limp. He said that's how bad the female smelled. You know, man, y'all daddies got to get back in y'all lives, man. Even y'all mamas failing y'all. Because y'all mamas should, man, they women. They should be able to tell y'all these things.
Man, it's a sick, sad world, right? So
I wouldn't even have told nobody that.
No, because now whoever watches this video is never gonna want to kiss you again because of what you just said. So your dating and married days are probably over. Because if I'm a female and I seen this and then you try to approach me, it's a no off the top. That would be like, well, I mean, okay, well, let me ask you this question, Damo. Is there a time limit then? Because whatever he's talking about, let's say that happened 5 years ago, right? Is that long enough for somebody to come around and say, that happened 5 years ago, I'll still be with you and kiss you and all that stuff, right? Or is there isn't a time limit? That would be like, okay, that'd be like you dating a girl and then she tells you, well, I let this guy nut in my mouth 6-7 months ago. Would you still kiss her even though it happened 6-7 months ago?
I would hope that she wouldn't tell me that.
You hope that she brushed her teeth enough and did.
I would hope that she wouldn't even admit Don't even tell me.
But if she did, if she admitted it, what do you do?
I think then it's like, nah.
But it was seven months ago.
It would depend on the kind of dude. I'm gonna tell you why. If I know the dude and the dude is the kind of dude to be out in the street, and I know this dude to be the kind of dude to screw anything, and you let that dude do it, nah. I'm sorry, ma'am. You are a risk. You are an absolute risk. Am I wrong?
I agree. So does this make him a risk now?
Yeah. You licked the girl that smelled like onion and you knew it stunk, and that's just like if I put a spoiled egg in front of you, right?
Right.
Would you lick it?
No.
That's what I'm saying. If it stank, I ain't licking it. I'm sorry. I don't care what the fuck you say it is. Care what it is.
Right. Well, you know what? Something like that. Let's say a girl has ate a bad egg, pimento cheese, Limburger cheese. If she's eating stuff that I don't like, that I think is disgusting, I don't really look at that as a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Because that'll be between you and your stomach, and you'll brush your teeth and take some
Yeah,
mouth.
but we talking about something that bleeds.
Yeah. What they say on South Park, how can you eat something that gets up and walk away? How can you eat something that bleeds for 3 days and don't die? South Park crazy. But can he be forgiven? Like down the line, if it happened like 10 years ago, can a girl say, "Oh, well, that was 10 years ago.
Well, that's
He done brushed his teeth 1,000 times." Huh?
But in 10 years, you should show growth, right?
Right.
So 10 years ago, and he said he didn't know what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? So he was just a victim of ignorance. But 10 years later, if you still falling victim to that kind of shit, then no, you too big of a risk.
So if it's a one-time thing, I got it. Yeah. But what gets me is with the girls that are swallowing, I don't think those are one-time things. If they did it with one dude, they'll do it with another. So if you're about to get married to a woman, or you've been dating a woman for a while, and you know how everybody has these conversations, tell me something about yourself that you didn't tell nobody else. And she told you, well, my last boyfriend, the last husband, I swallowed his X amount of times. Even though you don't know the guy, is that a deal breaker?
Yeah.
Because everybody has had somebody before you. Unless you sleep with a virgin, you are literally getting second, third, fourth, whatever.
Hey, Sky, I put it like this. If she was in a relationship with a dude, you would hope that she is classy enough where she keep whatever she do in the bedroom. Right. And he would do the same thing because they were in a relationship. If she doing this with dudes that's just on one-night stands, you too big of a risk. It's too big of a risk for me.
Amen. And actually, I don't know if that would, because a lot of things to me would be a deal breaker, but I would be like, well, I've been with you for 6-7 years, and that happened 15 years ago. Ain't nothing to do about that. But let's say you've only been talking to her for about a year, and it happened maybe a year and a half ago. Whether you know the dude or not, is that a deal breaker? What a woman puts in her mouth, is it a deal breaker?
I ain't gonna say it like that, but it's gonna matter because, man, if you're the person that's gonna be handling my finances, you're the person that, you know, every time you sleep with a person, you taking a risk because you really don't know what they're doing away from you.
You absolutely don't.
So, to some degree, I'm calculating if this is a move that I want to go through with.
Everything is a risk. And you know, like you said, you would want her to keep it a secret. But I would be like, the reason I'm asking is because I want to know more about your past. So I don't know if I want to be a part of your future.
Right.
And so she's been married for 10 years and it happened during the marriage, and I'm like, yeah, hell, I don't give a shit about that. That's then and there. But again, if you telling me that she's just doing it with random guys, then
it's over.
That's OB. Because that means if I'm kissing you, I'm kissing them. So like, no, that's kind of.
It go back to what I was saying. It's like, man, it's almost like you sucking dick.
Yeah, what I'm saying.
It's I rate it, man.
Absolutely disgusting.
That shit is nasty.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it got consequences. I say that. I mean, women, man, y'all live your lives accordingly, but just know that shit got consequences.
Absolutely. So then let me ask you another question. Let me ask you another question, Damo, because you've been married for a while. Trust, right?
Right.
If you don't want to do something, right, and you said that you don't want to do it, and let's say somebody around you does it anyway, can you still trust them or not?
Well, with me, I don't put a lot of faith and trust. Remember what I told you about with trust? Trust is having blind faith. Now, I always ask people this because they always talk about, well, relationships got to have trust. You got to have trust. And I always ask them the question, well, could you trust your significant other in the hotel room partying with the opposite sex, a room for the opposite sex? And if you tell me no, that means you have no faith in them. You don't have no trust in them. Because to have trust, that means that you have to have faith that they're going to do the right thing, whether you're around or not.
And that's the issue. What about honoring your wishes?
What do you mean, like your wishes? Give me an example.
Simple. I'll give you a good example.
Okay.
So you have money in the car, right?
Got you.
And she was like, well, can I borrow this money? And you like, no, I'm saving it for something else, right? And then you get in the car and the money's gone because she ended up spending it anyway. How does that make you feel?
Oh, you don't have no loyalty. You're not loyal to them. It ain't about trust. You're not loyal. You betrayed me. I gave you, you know what I'm saying? I told you to do one thing and you did something totally different.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But see, I don't trust, so I would have never left the money around. See, loyalty can not be questioned. You either loyal or you not. But trust is Russian roulette. You're playing Russian roulette when you're dealing with trust with other people. You're putting blind faith into it.
Well,
so I just don't have that kind of trust. That don't mean I have to act on it, meaning that, you know, if I'm not trusting into you, that don't mean I have to, where you going and all that. No. If you make a mistake, you broke the loyalty.
So even if it's something small, it's just you're not really.
It's loyalty. Trust, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna say, I'll be lying to say I have trust in somebody. And me and you know each other well. Right. You gonna leave 20 million around me?
No, probably not.
That's what I'm saying. And it ain't no offense. What kind of fool would I be to take offense to you saying no? You smart. It's vice versa. You think I'm gonna leave 100 million around you?
No. But you know what? The reason we might be telling each other no is not because of each other. It's because you don't know who's around. So if I tell you no, it might not be because I don't trust you, but somebody can come in your house while your back is turned and take it or do something with it. And then ultimately I'm mad at you for somebody else because it was your house. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right. People do it all the time. Hey, could you look over this for me? And then when something go bad, they looking at that person, and that person ain't had nothing to do with it. I look at it like this. I don't think that people, I understand this. We are not perfect. The only person that ever walked this earth that was perfect was God. That's why I tell people that if you're going to hold people to this perfect image, don't get married, because they're going to make a mistake. Our job is to forgive. If it can be worked out and forgiven, forgive. Work it out. But don't act like people are perfect. People hold people to this pedestal that they don't even hold themselves to.
Absolutely.
It comes down to loyalty. Are you loyal to them? See, if I tell you that I can leave that around you, it's because I'm saying I believe you're loyal. It don't have nothing to do with I trust you. I'm putting faith in your loyalty. Now, and I'm leaving it up to you to break that. If you break that, that's on you. Right. You see what I'm saying? Just like with a woman. I'm not putting trust in her. I'm putting my faith that she's loyal. My wife, when she's gone, I'm not going to question where you're at, because I'm putting my faith in your loyalty. If you break that, that's on you. It's not on me.
Absolutely. Well,
I'm going to be talking about I trust you. I trust you. Fuck no, I don't trust you. You know what I'm saying? If I leave you on an island with a whole bunch of Morris chestnuts and Dentales in their prime, built up, chiseled out, I'm a fool. Go ahead, honey. Go on the beach, butt naked, and have fun. I trust you.
Now, I'm glad you gave me that answer, because I just needed to know that.
Yeah. Oh, man. But I have faith in your loyalty, that you're going to be loyal enough not to put yourself in a position that compromises us.
Right. Absolutely. Gotcha. I just needed to know that. Something that was on my mind.
But man, hey y'all, I want to take this time to thank y'all for watching. If y'all come across the recap, please do us a favor. Share the recap. This is a great podcast. Man, Sky, I think we've grown so much in the last, not even year. We over a half a year.
Right.
We've grown so much. So I want to thank you, man. It's been a great pleasure every week doing this podcast. I look forward to the future. And for all of you guys that's watching, that's fans of the show, people that just come in and out, Jimmy, Faith, it was somebody else that was in here. Who else was in here? Miranda. I know Naj come through here every now and then. Who else come through here?
Jasmine, Rachel, Angel, a few others pop in and out. David Lackey Jr., DJ.
Yeah,
a few others, they pop in and out. Yeah.
And we appreciate y'all, man.
We really do.
Coming in and out every week. If you guys can share it, that will help us interact. We'll have a question of the day every week going forward. That we'll have a call-in number at the bottom if you guys want to call in and chime on it. Or if you just want to call in and shout out, man, some of your own people, cool. But we appreciate y'all coming through, because time is the most valuable thing you can give a person.
Amen. So, you was absolutely correct. I agree 100%. Thanks to everybody who support this. Every Tuesday, I'm excited about getting up doing this.
We get a good laugh here. It's informative, and we get an absolutely good laughing. If you're having a bad day, I promise you, tune in.
Tune in. Absolutely.
Sky, you want to go ahead and plug in the show tonight?
Yeah, tonight, the D-Bling Radio Show, offtopradio.com. That is offtopradio.com from 7 to 9. And then the replay is from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. We'll do that. And then don't forget, this Friday, Paragould, Arkansas, I'll be down there wrestling. I'm in a gauntlet tournament match for the Higher Mania Cup. And then I'll be back 24 hours later, back in Livingston, Tennessee for Top Rope Wrestling. So I have a really tight 24-hour window for 2 companies, 2 matches. So Lord be with me. And so if you're in Arkansas, shouts out to everybody that's coming. Everybody don't forget 945 East Padua Parkway here in Livingston, Tennessee. So yeah, we're gonna have a good time this weekend, but it's all gonna start tonight at 7 p.m. on the D Bling Radio Show.
And I just also wanted to let you guys know that soon we're going to have a sports show on the Soul Driven Network. So make sure y'all stay tuned to that. I will let y'all know the time and the date for the first show. So, you know, when you guys get a chance, tune in to that. Man, I wanted to say the only thing guaranteed in life is death. So don't worry about small things. Just only control the things that you can control. Take one day at a time. The world is yours. And be accountable for yourself first before you hold anybody else accountable. Peace, love. We love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Hey, man, Damo, tell the family I said hello.
Man, will do, man. Vice versa, brother. Until next week, we out, man. Peace, y'all.